So this is a song called Free by Florence and the Machine. I've never heard of them. It's got Uncle Bill, so let's check it out. This is from 3 years ago. Florence Welch, Uncle Bill, as her anxiety.
Sometimes I wonder if I should be medicated.
This is interesting.
If I would feel better just lightly sedated. The feeling comes so fast and I cannot control it. I'm on fire, but I'm trying not to show it. As it picks me up, puts me down, it picks me up, puts me down,
Wow.
picks me up, puts me down. 100 times a day, it picks me up, puts me down, chews me up, spits me out.
You know what's really brilliant about this already? They've already shown two pieces of what makes her anxiety: coffee and the phone. They've already planted that seed. Clever.
Picks me up, puts me down. I'm always running from something to push it back, but it keeps on coming and being clever. Never got me very far because it's all in my head. You're too sensitive, they said. I said okay, but let's discuss this at the hospital. Picks me up, puts me down, picks me up, puts me down, picks me up, puts me down. 100 times a day, picks me up, puts me down, chews me up, spits me out, picks me up, puts me down. But I can't lose it, I feel the beat, and for a moment when I'm dancing, I'm free. I can't lose it, I feel the beat, and for a moment when I'm dancing, I'm free. I'm free.
Wow.
Is this how it is? Is this how it's always been? To exist in the face of suffering and death and somehow still keep singing. Oh, like Christ upon a cross, who died for us, who died for what? Oh, don't you wanna call it off? But there is nothing else that I know how to do but to open up my arms and give it all to you. 'Cause I can't use it, I feel the beat, and for a moment when I'm dancing, I'm free. I'm free. I'm free.
Huh. Oh, wow. Dedicated to the spirit, creativity, and perseverance of our brave Ukrainian friends. Wow. Filmed in Kiev on 18 November 2021 with Ukrainian filmmakers and artists whose radiant freedom can never be extinguished. Wow. I did not see that coming. Directed by Autumn DeWild. Wow. 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 I didn't see this ending. Okay. I agree with Joe. It hits even more with this piece being tacked onto it. I don't want to negate that. I have a whole bunch of stuff I want to say. None of it is related to this ending. I think it's a beautiful ending. I don't want to take anything away from that. Because as I always say, war sucks. It is what it is. And I think it's just always going to be a part of our history and our future. Sucks. I have a lot that I want to discuss about this. First of all, this caption says wind blowing, subtitle. I thought it said mind blowing. And I know nobody was saying that, but I was like, that's appropriate. This video was kind of mind blowing to me. This, to me, this first piece of the shot, I thought was a way of kind of saying the anxiety is always going to be with her. It's always going to be a part of her. And that's okay. You just accept it, you manage it, and you move forward. But then this reveal over the top of the cemetery. Now, it has a completely different context now, given the ending. But before we knew that, my interpretation was, especially given what we just talked about with her and the anxiety, that she just manages. And this is just, maybe it's on one side of the coin, she's worrying about, like, she worries about death. Or part of her anxiety is because of the ones that she grieves for, whether that's people she's lost, people she's afraid of losing, people that she's currently losing, whatever. Or the other side of the coin is she's going to live this way with her anxiety until she dies. And that's just the reality that she faces. That's my interpretation of this shot. Another piece of this is because now we see both of them side by side in the same coat. This is a piece of this video that I think is super important. And that's that Bill, the anxiety, is very monotone. She has this beautiful vibrance to her hair. She is the color and the pizzazz. She is the life in this equation. You notice that everything Bill is wearing is very, very neutral tone. And yeah, she is the manic, right? She is the vibrance of this pair. But they can't really exist without each other, right? But we also see this played out with the red of her dress. I really love that. Because you see Bill's kind of wearing the same coat for the most part. But she has this vibrance to her. Yeah, yin and yang, exactly. Now, I don't know what this structure is behind them, but I think there's a piece to this too. Because if we're talking about yin and yang, we're talking about the anxiety and the freedom. We're talking about the vibrance and the down tone. Well, we have kind of two tunnels here, two directions we could go. I have no idea what this is, but it makes sense. They're very similar, but they're different. You know what I mean? Like, look at these outer walls. Look how this structure is. At first glance, they're almost identical. But then upon closer inspection, you realize, oh, they're actually quite different. It makes you think of a heart. Okay, I can see that. I love that she plops down. Her hair is a mess. So beautiful. This part right here where she starts harmonizing and starts running. Let me find that.
Is this how it is?
I love her voice. This is the first time that I have ever heard her and heard of her. I could not be more impressed. I love everything about this. This is so perfectly done.
Is this how it is? Is it?
But I'm going to share something with you. And some of you will be like, ew, gross. But this video, and it's not like I need this because it's pretty obvious, but there's a piece of this video that made me remember, just reminded me how much I love my best friend and my wife. You see this animal jumping on the table right here like a complete manic fit? That is my wife. She is a wild child. She's the life of the party. It's not me. Nope. We have our chaos here. This is private. This is for us. This is the wild child that is my wife. She is the social butterfly. She can make friends with everybody. She is this person. Now, she has one tattoo on her foot, but she's talked about getting another tattoo, and she just doesn't know what to get. Well, just recently, we started talking about what would fit and what would make sense. And what has been the front runner is something relating to the book, Where the Wild Things Are. That was her favorite book when she was a kid. And I mean like a kid young, because she read so many books. She read Hobbit when she was like 8 or something. I don't know. But Where the Wild Things Are. And I said, well, that makes perfect sense because you are a wild child. You are like Mowgli running through the jungle with a loincloth and hair everywhere. That's her. And this right here just reminds me like it's kind of perfect. And what's funny, and I give her shit for it every time, I think it's so funny, and she loves it, is when we watch things like this, or we watch a movie that has a party, or it has people dancing, or if we see a video of a flash mob, she always says out loud, oh, that looks so fun. And sometimes I beat her to the punch. She loves this, right? And of course, me trying to rein her in is part of her fun. So, of course, I play along. And I'm constantly yelling, hey, settle down. No running in the house. And I try to put on my mean face, my dad face, and I act like I'm annoyed. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. And she loves it. She is not happy unless she's bugging me and trying to get her to calm down. Back to the video. I do think there's something to this scene here and something to these chefs or servers that are in the room. Because to me, this kind of represents, so we have anxiety with the phone and the coffee. Perfect. We have her, the other half, with her wildness, with her dress, with her pizzazz and her spark, that sometimes she affects the world around her and it becomes contagious. And that's where this guy comes in. But also, sometimes she doesn't affect the world around her. And that's this guy. And that's okay too. But she's going to be her. And whichever way that goes, she's perfectly okay with it. Now, that could be a stretch, but I think that's a pretty powerful point, and I think it's worth saying. That is my girl right there. Exhausted, completely smoked, gave it everything she had. Love it. I'm the grumpy old bastard sitting next to her, making sure she's got what she needs, telling her to calm down, and then a little wink. Oh, love it. I love this. I love this. So this image shows the Kiev crematorium located in the Park of Memory. Well, that makes even more sense given the ending. Thank you for that, Michelle. Wow. Ah, what a beautiful video. Love this. Love this. Wow. Oh, they weren't servers. These are the guys taking her, the nurses or the guys taking her away to the hospital was the line. Yep, there we go. Okay, but let's discuss it at the hospital. Wow. See, the video has a whole different feel now. The buildings in the background, the coloring of the area, this wall. Yeah. Wow. Love it. Love everything about it. Oh, it is the same coat. Look at that. Thank you, Uncle Bill. What a unique video. So creative and a lovely tribute. Can't say it enough. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.